Hello everyone, this is CptMani, and the NBA season starts in 8 days, a little over a week, and I kind of want to give out my predictions for the, yearly NBA awards, like MVP and six man, stuff like that. So I'm going to start with the most improved player, and I believe that's going to Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz is somebody that I'm really high on, that I feel like he doesn't get enough credit, or he's discredited because he had an injury last season. Um, but now, he played how many games? I think it was 14 games. He played last season, and he's looking pretty good in preseason. He's proven a lot of people wrong, and I think this season he's definitely going to prove a lot of people wrong. I'm very high on Markel Fultz, so it's my favorite rookie last season. Unfortunately, he didn't get to play a lot, and I feel like he's coming out with a lot to prove, a chip on his shoulder, and F2G. He's gonna come and he's gonna have a good season. I see him averaging. He averaged 7 points last season, I believe. So I see him averaging like 13 to maybe even 20 if he could get his jump shot to start falling consistently during the season. But 13 to 20 points. That's me being optimistic. That's the best case scenario. Him averaging 20. So I see. But to be realistic, probably 13 to 16, and that's all the Sixers really need from him right now. So yeah. Next, I want to go with sixth man of the year. I'm gonna if Carmelo Anthony, if Melo could play in the system, come off the bench, I feel like he has a strong chance of winning six man. To be honest, come off the bench. If he averages 16 like he did last season, but on way better efficiency, Melo averaged 16 points on 40% shooting from the field. That's terrible, in my opinion. So if he could average 16 on like 43, 45, 47% from the field off the bench, then that six man a year is gonna be his. Simple. I've always been kind of hard on Melo, but if he could play his role effectively off the bench, then the six man is gonna be his. Next, I want to talk about coach of the year, Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens, coach of the Boston Celtics. Just like a great basketball mind, in my opinion. Top 2 coach in the league after Popovich. And his philosophies in coaching, and just like his ability to get his team to the conference finals, game 7 of the conference finals against a LeBron-led team without any definitive all-star besides Al Horford, who isn't really a scorer. And so his coaching kind of like overrides the players in a way. So I feel like he's just like a great basketball mind and coach of the year. Cause I see the Celtics having the best record in the East, probably a top 3 record in the league. Maybe top 3, top 5 record in the league. So that happens, then Stevens is definitely getting the coach of the year. I kind of feel like he should have got it last year too, but oh well. Let's talk about rookie of the year. This one's a toss-up. It could be anybody, because this draft class is really talented, has a lot of talented players. But I feel like DeAndre Ayton has the biggest chance, because like he's really the only inside presence that the Suns have. If you think about it, like everybody else is pretty much a defender or a shooter. DeAndre Ayton is the only like post up kind of guy, the inside presence, inside scorer on the team. And I think he's going to get a lot of looks. He's going to get a lot of post touches and pick and pops and pick and rolls. He's going to be involved in a lot of that. So early, another person that I would consider is Luka Doncic. He's playing really good in Summer League right now. You could tell that he has experience, and he played in the EuroLeague, and he's a EuroLeague MVP and whatever else. So it's between those two, but I'm giving the edge to Aiden because I feel like he's more of the scorer. But yeah. Next, let's go defensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year, we're going with Anthony Davis. I think he came second in defensive player of the year voting last year. So That's definitely something. Um, of course, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a better defender than Rudy Gobert, but I don't think Rudy Gobert's gonna have as much of the offensive impact full year as he did last year. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like Anthony Davis is gonna take that next step. Anthony Davis is a really good defender. He could guard the paint. He could guard perimeter players. And I kind of feel that's like the versatility on defense is better than just like being a really good rim protector as compared to Rudy Gobert. So that's definitely my take on that. I think the last one is MVP. Yeah, MVP. MVP. I mean, this is another toss-up. It could really be anybody this year. Like, I don't really have a definitive one, but if I have to say somebody, I would say Giannis Antetokounmpo. I I I had him winning it last year too, but he didn't. So James Harden won last year, but I feel like this year Giannis, if he could get the Bucks to a top 4 seed, maybe get home court advantage in the playoffs, and put up just ridiculous numbers, I feel like he could win MVP. But the Bucks teams really underachieve, so I don't know. But I really think that Giannis has a good chance of winning it. I also think LeBron has a pretty good chance if the Lakers have a good record and he puts up good numbers. But I feel like he's gonna want to take us even more of a step back during the regular season. So I don't know. And I think Anthony Davis is another person that could get it. MVP caliber player. Just doesn't have a really good team. So I mean, those are the three that I would say had the best chance of winning. Those are probably gonna be the 3 finalists, in my opinion. But I'm gonna give it to Giannis. So yeah, I think that's all. So I'm gonna recap. Most improved, Markelle Fultz. Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis. Rookie of the Year, DeAndre Ayton. Sixth Man of the Year, Carmelo Anthony. And MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This was CptMani. Thanks for watching.